What's up, you guys? It's Jonno. Welcome to another episode of Pokemon Legends Z8. Today I want to show you where all of the cafe locations are in Lumiose City, how you can get to them easily, and we're going to go unlock all of them, and then maybe we'll spend like a tiny bit of time talking about some side missions related to cafes, what cafes actually do in the game, and also how you can unlock a secret cafe that doesn't come until later in the story. All that and more in today's episode, so it's maybe a little bit of an advanced beginner's tip because this is kind of beginner stuff. You definitely want to run around the map and unlock all of these locations, which is what I was doing in this video, and I noticed some cool stuff along the way and some kind of weird stuff along the way too. So I'm going to tell you all about it, and we're going to basically talk about everything you need to know about cafes in Pokemon Legends Z8. Let's get into it. Okay, so what you're looking at here is all of the cafes minus the secret cafe that you unlock later in the game. We'll talk about that later. And just so you know, there's no spoilers in this video, so I'm just going to tell you bare bones information. Aside from, obviously, I'm going to give you the location of all of the cafes. And if you missed it, you can go back and watch that part of the video that we just watched in 25% speed or 50% speed. I highly recommend it because you can just look at the location in the video, run there on your map, and that's what we're going to do here. Now, just briefly, I want to talk about what cafes do. You can come here with your Pokemon, you can order expensive drinks, and you will increase your friendship with your Pokemon. And as far as we know right now, all of the drinks in the game give the same amount of friendship, although I'm curious if that $100,000 Ultimo coffee actually gives higher friendship. I still need to run some experiments on that, but that is my working theory at the moment. Okay, now before I run around and show you all the cafe locations, there is a weird situation related to side mission 14, which is right here at the Shutterbug Cafe, and you will not be able to see the Shutterbug Cafe. So you may be thinking, Jonno, I've got a missing cafe. I cannot find the last cafe. Well, it might be underneath this mission over here, so just take a look at that, and I do highly recommend to clear all those side missions. They're super easy. They usually take about 1.5 to 2 minutes to complete, and they give you good rewards, so definitely don't sleep on those blue exclamation points on your map and get them cleared. They're definitely worth it, and you also want to be able to use the locations that they're covering sometimes as well. So that's a little bit of the basics out of the way as far as it goes for cafes. Now we'll jump into actually unlocking all the cafes. The rest of this video is going to be me running around the map and marking locations, and if you want to follow along, that's great, and I'll talk a little bit about the hidden cafe that you're still wondering about, right? Where's that hidden cafe? What's up with that hidden cafe? I'm going to tell you once we get there. It's a little bit further in the footage, and plus no spoilers, you guys. I promise I won't spoil anything. So let's just run around and we'll unlock these cafes. As you get to each cafe, you don't have to talk to the person or anything. You can see on the screen that it actually will just unlock the cafe as soon as you walk near it. That's different than the restaurant locations. You have to actually go inside the restaurant locations in order to unlock those. Now, as promised, here is the hidden cafe. This is the one that you can unlock later. It's not really hidden, but for right now it is, because you won't be able to see it, but it definitely will be a cafe, and I know it will be because it's on the list of all the cafes from the list that I was going from to make this video. And you will unlock that cafe at main mission 25. So that's all I'm going to say about that. You have to get to main mission 25, not side mission 25, which also happens to be about a cafe, and I got confused and did side mission 25 and could not figure out why the cafe didn't unlock, but it's main mission 25, and that's not a spoiler. That's just saying progress the story until a certain point and that cafe will come into existence automatically. So there's not really anything you can do other than just play the story to get it. Alright, you guys, so as you can see in this footage, I'm still pretty early game, and there are a ton of cafes to unlock. It's actually crazy how many cafes there are to unlock, and other buildings as well, like the museum and certain other buildings. I don't want to mention too much, but there's definitely a ton of stuff to unlock, and you want to unlock those specifically for shiny hunting. You want to be able to use these as reset points for any Pokemon that might be within 50 feet of that particular location. So the more spawn points you get on the map, the more shiny hunting opportunities you get. So you want to go around early in the game and unlock all of these locations, and that's exactly what I'm doing here. I slept on this footage for a while. I've actually had this footage for about 5 or 6 days. I went around and did this early on in the game so that I could get all these unlocked for later and be able to just travel around the map conveniently, as well as have the spawn points for shiny hunting. All right, you guys, that's probably enough from me. I don't need to talk for the whole video, and I think some people get annoyed by that. So I'll go ahead and wrap it up here. If you want to follow along and see all the cafe locations and go unlock them along with my character, you're certainly welcome to. If you want to go back to the beginning of the video and look at the map locations and watch that on 50% speed and just go through them that way, that's probably a good way to do it. And I also got all the locations from Game 8 or some website like that. When you Google it, they come up. So that was a pretty decent list as well. Just remember, there's one cafe on the list that you won't be able to unlock if you do use that list online. And if you're using a guide online and you made it to this video because you're like, what's the deal? There's this one missing cafe. That's what it is. There's the one that you unlock through the story. But that's going to be it from me. Thanks everybody for watching. Enjoy the rest of the video. Smack a like if this content helped you so that the next person might be able to see it in their feed. Thanks to all my amazing subscribers, and peace. Woo!